Okay, morning. So I thought I'd do a nice little Aerofly RC8 live stream this morning. Been quite a while since I've done it, so I'm just going to chuck around a few planes, and hope you enjoy. Let me just get my cables sorted all out. A little bit twisted. That's better. Here we go. What's X though, Panzerd? I'm using Aerofly RC8. I think this is better. I don't like Real Flight. I don't think they've added much in the way of good models to Real Flight recently. They're all Horizon Hobby type products. Oh, okay, I hadn't heard of that. That's interesting. I'll have to look that up. Real Flight X. Where do they go after that? They're going to come out with Real Flight Y, Real Flight Z? Why can they just stick to version numbers? Hi Gianni, how you doing? How's Moira? How's the Emerald Isle today? I bet it's a bit wet and windy in the south of England. I'm suspecting it's a bit like that in Ireland as well. Yeah, I was guessing that was the case, Moira. Cold everywhere, isn't it, in this hemisphere? Oh, okay, but sunny. You're kidding me. Oh, you're lucky there. It's overcast and horrible here. So let's just do another pass with this knife edge pass with this extra 330. I'll land it and then I'm going to get a jet going. Well, I heard you say blender, so you know I like to I haven't done one of those in a while actually. Always use a wingtip to slow down. Alrighty, let's try a jet. Let's try the F16. How about that? I've been having a lot of fun with this recently. We'll have it in the Dutch display scheme. Like to keep it smooth, Lennon. My middle name is Smooth. Big loop. Yeah, that's a nice radio. 18 channels, you could do a lot with that. I'm using a Spectrum DX18. Use it for everything. That's my radio. Had it about 5 or 6 years now. About time I well, it works. It does everything that I need. I don't need to change it. Right. Okay. Let's do some. Let's chuck this around a bit. I like F16s a lot. So you're watching the Essential RC YouTube channel. If you've not come across the channel before, maybe you'll want to subscribe. Doing quite a lot more streaming these days, and we're also doing the same RC content, flight video from shows, new product reviews and all that type of stuff. So hit that subscribe button. If you're feeling more generous, then we do kind of survive on donations, and you can make donations using the Super Chat button, which is the $ button at the bottom of the chat window. That would be really nice. Any donation gratefully received. But thanks for tuning in. Let's see if it'll do a flat spin. There we go, flat spin. Oh. I crashed into the pits. Thanks, Paul. It's all practice, buddy. It's all practice. Landing gear down. Landing gear up. No, it's not so. It's not so keen flying upside down. So the other thrust vectored jet that we can play around with is the MiG-29. I get a lot of interest in the MiG-29 on my YouTube channel. Show you this. Nice, huh? So if I turn it around and look at it from the back, you can see the nozzles at the back move, and that's how it achieves the thrust vectoring. Here we go, let's give it a go with this one. Ready? I thought I was going to crash. Thanks, Lennon. Oh, yeah. Hi, Menace. Cold everywhere, mate. Cold everywhere. I was thinking of going to London to an engineering exhibition today, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't get out of bed. It was so cold. Maybe tomorrow. But I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling the best either. So it's just a nice day. Stay inside and just, you know, go on live stream and play a bit of sim. So I'm doing this now. I'll probably come back later and do a different sim a little bit later on. But it's a good way to exercise the brain. Okay, so we'll land this in a minute, I think. Landing gear down. Smoke off. Flaps are down. Bring it in for a nice smooth landing. High alpha, nose up, creates that nice braking effect. How about that? Nailed it. ACC, what's ACC? Tell me what's ACC. ACC release 5. Air combat something? Okay, let's try the Aeromacchi. Here we go. Italian Air Force now. I've got a Assetto Corsa. Is it different? I've got a Assetto Corsa of Steam. Surely I've got the latest one. Whoops! I was distracted by the chat window. Here we go, let's concentrate now. Smoke on. Nice Italian flag. Bellissimo. No, not an Antonov, something similar. I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, Menace, but is that a different... Okay, so I've got Assetto Corsa, yes. I have done some live streams with Assetto Corsa. I have to say the smoke isn't fantastic when you're flying fast with this. inverted pass. Okay, one more pass and then I'll land. Okay. Flaps down. Gear down. Yeah, we got a 747. We'll give that a go in a mo. I've heard of Assetto Corsa, but not the Competizione thing. How about that? Oops, I didn't want to do that. Load. So very quickly, we've got a C5 Galaxy. Somebody was asking. That's a big transport. Should we try this? Flaps. Big old lumbering beast. Get a bit of height. So we can get a bit of speed down the runway for a roll. Here we go, full power. Could help if I put the flaps up, wouldn't it? Will it do a roll? Oh, no! I wasn't going fast enough. Try that again. What I can cheat and go bing, 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 bing. Give me a bit of height. That'll. And we'll turn. Well, we're going to do a turn like that. Just recovered. Alright, we'll land. Gear down. Flaps down. It can be quite difficult to slow this down for the end of the runway, I think. And it's hard to tell when I'm over the runway. I think I'm on now. Yeah, and down. Yeah, that was easy. See, we've got a Russian in the room, and I'm afraid I don't speak Russian. Somebody was asking about 747. Let's load the 747. Here we go. 747, Air Force One. Gear up. Flaps up. Hey Jones, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Haven't done this for a few days, so I thought I'd just do a bit of Aerofly RC8. I was thinking it was afternoon. It's 11 o'clock in the UK. So technically Jones is correct. Oh! We had structural failure. That's not good. She couldn't handle the power. We'll try that again. It exploded in mid-air. I've never seen that happen. Everything starts going wrong when Jones turns up. The wings just flew off. Oh, it's not, it won't roll. Oh, that's disappointing. This, I'll rip the wings off again just for fun. If I pull up suddenly when it's going down the runway. That is a way of dismantling your model so you can put it back in the car very, very quickly. Oh my god. Too funny. Mirage. Let's have a quick look at this. I haven't looked at this since I... French Mirage, Dassault Mirage. Should we try this very quickly? And going vertical. I'm not a great fan of the Mirage. Bit of a triangle, isn't it? Let's get that mouse out of the way. I think last plane I'm going to do is the SR-71. Unless anybody has any other requests. Okay, flaps down, gear down. Hey Thor. Whoops. I looked away. Nearly crashed. Screwed up my landing. The weirdest, next challenge, I challenge you to fly the weirdest flying machine. Well, that's kind of a subjective question. Weirdest flying machine. There was something weird on it. Oh, this is weird. The Flettner. That's quite weird. Let me show you this thing. This is weird. So it has rotating drums. You wouldn't have thought this would fly, would you? So this is actually a replica of something that was built by a load of guys at a university, apparently. Oh, well, get details on it in a moment, but this is the weird. I think this is probably one of the weirdest things. And the wheel came off. So what they say about this model was developed by 2 Swiss students as their diploma thesis does not use rigid surfaces but rotating tubes, so-called Flettner rotors, as buoyancy suppliers. Interesting. I think that's the weirdest thing. There are auto gyros, things like that, but they're not weird. This thing, this is a little bit weird. Hang glider. Shift is controlled by shifting the pilot's weight, they say. How weird. See how this thing works. What? Not the most stable thing, but you see how the wing pivots. I would have technically actually flown into my own face at that point. Never a good idea. And we're down. The A380, okay. A380. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a froggy throat today. Taking off, A380. Hope your seatbelts are fastened and your trays are in the upright position. They better be, because I'm going to chuck it around. Here we go. Fast pass down the runway. Is Western Park worth going to? For sure. It's the best show of the year. It's very, very good. Well, if you haven't been to an RC show before, Western Park is the one to go to, and I know exactly when it is because it's on my birthday. The Saturday this year is my birthday, I think the 15th of June, but it starts on the Friday and it goes on the Saturday and Sunday. That's Western Park, run and organised by the very nice Mr. Stephen Bishop, who also flies a couple of BAE Hawks in the Red Arrow scheme with his son, the Red Duo they call themselves, and they fly they fly these big radio controlled jets, proper turbine powered jets. And they do fly in very close formation, doing aerobatics, which I've tried is very, very hard to do. So yeah, if you can get to that, don't miss it. It's very, very good. Yes, I am. I'm using a lead. The lead that I got from Icarus when I bought Aerofly RC8. There it is. The dongle is down the bottom. Plugs into a USB port, but you have to have that. There are different. It comes in two parts. The bit that plugs into the back of my trainer port on my transmitter, my DX18. But they sell other attachments so that it plugs into a Futaba or whatever. Most well-known transmitters, I suspect. Yeah, my vids are good, Menace, but there's no substitute for going to the show, I have to say. It's a lot of fun. And what makes it quite amazing, the Western Park show, is that a lot of pilots from the best pilots from Europe come over and bring over their amazing models, and you don't get that at UK shows, any other UK show. And I do know this year that there are some American pilots coming over, so some may have heard of a guy called Pablo Fernandez, who's an amazing jet pilot. Flies the Havoc sport jet, of which there are several variants now. But of course there are loads of brilliant British pilots, so Asus Stevens, for example. Ali Machinchi used to fly at it, but he's in the States now. Well worth a visit. So put the landing gear down. Burps. It's too low. Depth perception is quite hard on these sims sometimes, the bushes and everything like that. To put the gear down, I'm gonna land. I like to end on a high point and see where the runway is. So I think I'm just going to fly the SR-71 Blackbird after this, my final plane on this live stream sesh. Oh yeah, Jace Dussia. Wow, I mean, just wow. I mean, you see a lot of other 3D pilots and you think hovering and doing all that type of stuff, but then Jace rocked up last year, and the way he flies is just amazing. He's just 3 or 4 times better than any other pilot that I've seen fly. It's like a different, yeah, 3D, just a different rule book that guy flies by. Quite amazing. So yeah, he's going to be back. He's going to be at Western Park as well. Can I speak a little bit Dutch? I don't know Dutch. I'm not Dutch. There you go. A380. Alright, so one last model. Before I do, another plug for the channel. You're watching the Essential RC YouTube channel. If you don't know it, you should. If you're not subscribed, you should be. Just click on the subscribe button. If you're feeling more generous, then we only survive on donations and a little bit of money that Google gives us. once a month. So any donations are would be accepted, thankfully. So there's a little $sign at the bottom of the chat window, I think. So donations can be made there. Any small amount would be gratefully received. Thank you. So where's the SR71? Here it is. Here we go. Gear down, flaps. Taking off. I'm going to hold it on the brakes. Throttling up. And power, 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 and release. Pulling the nose up, mains up, gear up. Flaps up. Cool plane, huh? Story is, I think I heard about the SR71 is that when it was flying at Mach 2 or 3 or the highest speed it could fly at, obviously the friction of the airframe with the air caused it to heat up quite a lot. It got quite hot on the outside, so they had to have gaps in the panels on the fuselage, so because they would expand. Now because of that there were gaps and it actually leaked fuel, I think I read. It sounds quite dangerous. Ooh. Right, okay. Let's do a low pass, full at with the full flaps down, full flaps. Where did I get the MOX dogfighter? Do you mean the multiplex dogfighter? Number of places. I think you might. I think, can you still get that? Do they still do it, Daniel? You just Google, I think, where your nearest local hobby store is, and a lot of places sell it. Maybe Robot Birds or lots of places. Another low pass. Slow and low, slow and low. About as slow as it will go. Yeah, I'm not, you know, the dogfighter came, there's a new version though, I think. Don't Multiplex do something different now? It's kind of evolved into something else. So I'm not sure the dogfighter exists in its, as it was 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm going to put the gear down on this pass. Gears down, 3 green. This will come in like a bullet, so it's quite hard to slow down. Needs a brake shoot really. You go turning, turning, turning. This is quite a short runway. Bit of a challenge. Alright, here we go. Last landing of the stream session. Thank you for tuning in. How about that? There we go. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Been fun. Good bit of practice. What, the SR71? Oh, that would be a build. So thanks for tuning in. It was fun. Alright, Menace. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks, Grady Shady. Thanks, LC Model Geek, UPD John, Daniel Google. Who else did we have chime in? We had Lennon earlier on. Moira in cold but sunny Ireland. She tunes in now again. Yuri Panzer, BarraCuda, Slavko Pavlovich. It's getting busy, these live streams these days. It's nice to see so many people tune in and just watch me have fun. So thanks very much for watching this Aerofly RC8 sim live stream. We'll do something a bit different next time, maybe Digital Combat Simulator or X-Plane, or I might do a bit of driving. Not sure, kind of random. But if you have preferences, then please let me know via the YouTube channel or our Facebook group. Also have a big Facebook group. Just let us know what you'd like doing, and I'll try and oblige. But thanks very much for watching. See you next time, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if I don't see you before the new week starts. Let's not even go there. I don't even want to talk about that. Let's enjoy the weekend. Let's focus on that. Ta-ra! Cool. Mic off.